Barack Obama is doing something right, and I think for that we should give him credit. There are not a lot of things where he should be given credit for what he's done. The best things he's done is things he's not done. A particular thing he's doing well is he's normalizing relations with Cuba. If you look at it historically, in the early 1800s, there became industrialization. With industrialization, people were able to produce more than they could consume. This resulted in a problem of what to do with the excess wealth. The people who were the early factory workers were treated fairly poorly. This caused a lot of unrest. In about 1848, Karl Marx wrote a book about the problem and his proposed solution. Then there was World War I. Tsarist Russia collapsed, and the communists took over Russia. Then there was World War II. The Russian people paid about 20 million lives to win World War II. For this, they were rewarded by being given Eastern Europe. Then China fell to the communists in 1949. Cuba was ruled by Batista as a dictator from 1952 to 1959. In 1959, Fidel Castro led a revolution that ousted Batista. He then turned into a communist. He got a lot of aid from the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union decided to put nuclear missiles in Cuba so they'd be very close to the United States. They had the Cuban Missile Crisis about that. The Batista government was very corrupt. A lot of American interests were there in Cuba, particularly there was sugar interests. In addition to that, there was a lot of organized crime. When Batista got kicked out, various people lost a lot of money on it, and they were very mad at Castro. Then there was the ensuing Cold War, which started in about 1949, and during the 60s, Cuba served as a proxy for the Soviet Union. They sent soldiers and doctors to aid various revolutionary causes in South America, Central America, and Africa. However, in 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed. China is now too busy making money to worry about Marxism. About the only two Marxist states that are left are North Korea and Cuba. Cuba is run by the aging Castro brothers. The idea of normalizing relations and opening trade is a very good idea, particularly as there are more Americans going into Cuba. The Cuban people will figure out that they're not getting a real good deal in life, and they will drift towards capitalism. Additionally, the Castro brothers are not going to be around for that long, and when they go, it's very likely that the Cuban Communist Party will collapse, and then they will restore democracy to it. So normalizing relations with Cuba is a very good idea. Then you have people like Marco Rubio who are saying, oh, you negotiated away nothing and got nothing. Well, the United States has no place telling other countries what government they should be run by. The Castro brothers, love them or hate them, run the country, and they should be recognized. However, as the trade increases, there will be economic pressures to get rid of them.